Jana Duggar has slowly been rolling out videos recorded months ago. After leaving social media for months, she returned ahead of her engagement announcement. The Counting On star and her sister, Jessa Dugger, had been working on filming and editing videos, giving followers an inside look at what she had been doing while away from the spotlight. From seeing the inside of her tiny home to her bachelorette party in California, Jana managed to film much of the experience. Recently, the newlywed shared an inside look at what tasks she completed before the wedding, which ended at the venue as everyone was getting ready for her big day. However, there were a few surprises that highlighted Jana's diva-like behavior. It's no secret that Jana Duggar has been particular about how things go. She is the family decorator, designer, and fixer. Her need for perfection has always been apparent, but when it came to her big day, she was even more determined to make it perfect. Jana shared a new YouTube video highlighting the week before her wedding day. It included a moment of panic when her dress wasn't ready, and she even went to look for backup options. She filmed her trip to the nail salon with her sisters and niece, Evelyn. Joy, Jana Duggar, and Jana sat beside each other when Joy revealed her big sister was having her nails redone because she didn't like how they turned out the first time. She also let it slip that she paid for Jana's wedding nails. Joy insisted that Jana wasn't typically that girl, but she was that day because they were her wedding nails. The footage leading up to her wedding included a moment where Jana Duggar and Stephen Wisman practiced their first dance. During their rehearsal, something injured her big toe, resulting in a trip to the doctor and a lost toenail. Jana included part of her appointment in the video, highlighting her injury. Stephen joked he might pass out when the toenail was removed, but Jana remained calm and collected. It was an interesting choice to include it, especially since there were likely other shots and moments that could have been included. The next installment should be footage and moments from the wedding, and possibly some honeymoon moments. Jana and Stephen are enjoying married life in Nebraska, despite the prep being a bit chaotic. Jessa Duggar and her family had a happy reason to celebrate earlier week, as the Counting On alum revealed in a post on social media. The third oldest daughter of Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar posted a photo of her youngest child, George, on Instagram on Thursday, December 19. As the mom of 5 explained in her caption for the post, George just celebrated a milestone birthday. The toddler was photographed sitting on the floor of a bathroom. He was surrounded by shreds of toilet paper that were presumably taken from a roll off the wall behind him. George had a happy expression on his face as he aimed an open-mouthed smile at the camera. "So hard to believe that our baby turns 1 year old today," Jessa, 32, wrote in her Instagram caption. "George is such a sweetheart and a cuddly little guy, and he's adventurous too. I think he'd be genuinely thrilled if he received a roll of toilet paper for his day gift." Several fans wrote in to wish George a happy birthday and to express their amazement at how quickly he is growing up. "Stoop. He's so big," one fan wrote. "Oh, George is adorable and growing fast. Happiest of birthdays, lil man, and the toilet paper rolls lol. He'll love, I'm so sure," another fan commented. "What a little doll. Happy birthday, George." An Instagram user wrote as another agreed that he is so cute. Jessa and her husband, Ben Seawald, announced the arrival of their newest family addition on Instagram late last year. The two also share sons Spurgeon, 9, and Henry, 7, and daughters Ivy, 5, and Fern, 3. After seeing the latest snapshot of George, some fans observed that the 1-year-old looks a lot like his older brother Henry. "He is definitely Henry's little twin. Happy birthday, little one," one fan wrote as another dubbed George Henry's double. "He looks a lot like Henry," an Instagram user agreed as another echoed the comment, writing, "He resembles Henry, what a cutie." Jedidiah Duggar and Ketlin Nakatsu are just weeks away from meeting their twin girls. Aside from the pregnancy announcement and gender reveal, They haven't discussed Katie's pregnancy or their plans for their daughter's arrival. That changed when the couple asked followers to send questions in for them to answer in a Q&A video. Jed and Katie shared their Q&A session in a YouTube reveal, answering a few of the questions sent it, including whether the twins were fraternal or identical. They also talked about their plans moving forward with 4 little ones in their 3-bedroom house. Interestingly, nothing they mentioned was surprising, and Jed guided most of Katie's answers. One of the most asked questions Jedidiah Duggar and Caitlin Nakatsu received was whether they were having fraternal or identical twins. The answer is that they still don't know. Katie confirmed that the girls have separate sacs, which means there is still a chance they could be identical, but they are more likely to be fraternal. If the babies look different, then it is obvious they are fraternal, but if they look similar, they could DNA test them to confirm whether they are identical. They also talked about twins being in Katie's family. She has a grandparent and other family members who are twins. Even though Jed is a twin, that didn't contribute to the conception. Fraternal twins are genetically connected to the mother's line, and identical twins are considered spontaneous. Another question was about whether Jedidiah Duggar and Caitlin Nakatsu would have help when the twins arrive. Katie revealed that her mom and sister live nearby, so they will be there to help when the babies arrive. Jed's family also lives nearby, and his younger sisters will likely be a big help to the couple as they navigate going from a family of 4 to 6 overnight. The official due date for the twin girls is January 19, but they will likely arrive earlier. Katie hopes to make it through the holidays, but with her officially hitting the 36-week mark, the babies could come at any time. They plan to film the birth, and the announcement will be posted on Katie's Instagram account. Everything is set for when it's time, and the next few weeks will be spent on baby watch. Jed and Katie Duggar are getting a lot of attention following their latest post. Jed has been spoiling his wife amid her pregnancy with twins. They previously went to Cancun, Mexico, for their babymoon, but many were caught off guard when the two celebrated a violent milestone. Katie recently launched her own Instagram page by sharing an adorable clip of her with her son, Truett, as they walk on the street filled with Christmas decorations. According to the Counting on Alum, Truett is her new and perfect partner for walks, as he can match her slow walking pace. Many were left in awe by Katie and Truett's special moment. Meanwhile, some think Katie's social media debut also means she'll soon become a social media influencer, just like most Duggar moms today. Some Redditors react to Jed Duggar's latest IG stories. It was about how things drastically changed between him and Katie in just a short span of time. He even shared a 2019 photo of them and compared it to their huge family today. The Counting on Alum added, "Our jump is so violent we didn't even know each other in 2019, and now we have almost 4 kids." However, several Reddit users think it was a terrible feat and is something that shouldn't be celebrated. That is not the flex they think it is. Came here to say this lol. I guess it's a fundy flex. From strangers to 4 kids in 5 years is a nightmare, like a Saw movie. They think this is funny. It's actually horrifying. Oh, this is horrifying. I thought my jump was violent with having a newborn to now a 5 and 3 years old. Aside from Katie Duggar's twins, Jinger and Jeremy will welcome their 3rd child next year. Jinger and Katie are the only known pregnant members of the Duggar family today. However, some Counting on fans speculate that Joanna and Jessa will welcome another child next year. There are also several Duggars who are no longer active online. One of them is Kendra, who reportedly welcomed her 4th child without telling the world last year. The Duggar family sure knows how to exploit a birth, but they're also surprisingly good at exploiting a death, apparently. The reality TV family attended the funeral of Grandma Mary Duggar on Monday, just over a week after Mary, who is Jim Bob Duggar's mother. lost her life in an accidental drowning accident. Of course, because this is the Duggars we're talking about, TLC cameras were also dragged to Mary's funeral to capture all of the heartbreak for the family's reality show Counting On. According to the Duggar Family News, Life is Not All Pickles and Hairspray Facebook page, the memorial service was filmed by TLC, except for one part. Josh spoke, which caused the TLC cameras to immediately shut off, the page reported. Jim, Bob, and Michelle then talked, and then Jessa and Ben, the page added. All the Duggar boys sang. Jed talked and explained more about what happened on the day that Mary died, while many, including Amy Duggar King, who is the cousin of the Duggar kids and was extremely close to Grandma Mary, posted on social media to recognize Grandma's funeral day. Jill Dillard took it one step further, posting photos from the service and of her grandma's coffin. Yesterday was a very hard, yet beautiful day, Jill wrote in the caption of several funeral photos posted to her Instagram account. The service was lovely and very honoring to my grandma, and the one she loved more than anyone or anything else, Jesus Christ. So many family members and friends came together and organized, supported and remembered the amazing woman she was. And thanks to all y'all for the kind words and prayers too. The post included a video of the Duggs and Duggs in-laws singing Amazing Grace during the service, as well as photos of the pallbearers carrying Mary's coffin to the graveside. She also posted pics of the graveside service and a close-up of her grandmother's casket. While many of Jill's Instagram followers offered their condolences, some criticized Jill for posting coffin and funeral pics. I'll never understand why people post pictures of the gravesite and the casket, one person wrote in the comments. It should be a personal thing, not blasted on Facebook or etc. Why would you put such an emotional and private moment online? Another wrote, are there no boundaries in your family to what you share worldwide? Last week, Amy threw some shade at Jill for including emojis in her memorial posts to Grandma Duggar last week. She didn't actually name Jill in the post, but fans figured out that the post was likely in response to Jill's emoji-filled memorial post to Grandma that also pointed to a for-profit link to Jill's website. Sometimes it's ok to use emojis, and then there are other times when you just don't, Amy tweeted. Amy has not yet commented on Jill's photo-filled funeral post. After the Duggar family revealed they lost their sweet grandmother in a post on Facebook, Hollywood Life can confirm her cause of death. Mary Duggar died of an accidental drowning on June 9, a spokesperson for the Washington County coroner told us. The 78-year-old died in Springdale, Arkansas, after she slipped and fell into a pool, the Washington County coroner confirmed to People. Her daughter Deanna discovered her body and alerted authorities, who pronounced her dead at the scene, Roger W. Morris told the site. News of Mary's passing was first shared by the Duggar family on their official Facebook on the day of the incident. We are so sad to share that Grandma Duggar, Mary, passed away Sunday afternoon, June 9, 2019. Mary Lester Duggar grew up in Farmington, Arkansas, and was married almost 50 years to Jimmy Lee Duggar, who preceded her in death. The post, which was accompanied by family photos of Mary, began. Mary found great joy in sharing her love for Jesus and her own story of how at age 15 she asked Christ to forgive her for her sins. The message continued. It was at that time she committed the rest of her life to live for Him, a commitment she kept with devotion. She loved to share with others how they too could be forgiven of their sins, live a fulfilling life as a Christian, and one day spend eternity in heaven. Mary is survived by her daughter Deanna and her son Jim Bob, 21 grandchildren, 13 great-grandchildren, with several more great-grandchildren on the way. The post also explained that Mary was a successful real estate broker who owned Good Neighbor Realty. Mary appeared on the family's TLC shows, 19 Kids and Counting, on for over 15 years. Grandma Duggar's family wrote individual touching tributes to her on social media following her passing. Jana Duggar shared a collage of photos, along with a quote, and revealed that Mary spent some of her last hours at church. On her last morning spent here on earth, I drove Grandma to church where she worshipped her Savior. Later that afternoon, she went to meet him face to face. Jana wrote, "I'd say that's probably how she would have chosen to finish out the day if she got to pick."